Hi, welcome to Bookish Brits. I'm Rex, and this week, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you about a book I didn't like. Now, I really wanted to like it. It's called Gender Rebels, and it's by Anneka Harry, and I desperately wanted to enjoy it. So it's about, it's set up to be, in the preface and from the title, to be about 50 people who were born as women, but then either cross-dressed or lived their life as a man. And I was kind of disappointed that it only looked at people who were born as women and didn't look at men, or people who were born as men and then kind of did the opposite, lived their lives as women or cross-dressed. So I was a little like, oh, that's a shame that it's only half, but okay, it will still be interesting. And it was on like an Amazon first read, so I didn't have to pay for it. So I was like, yay, something different, because so many, okay, little diatribe, off track a little bit. So many of the first reads are like books I wouldn't, like genres I'm not that interested in, so it was nice to get something unusual. So glad I didn't have to pay for it, because unfortunately what I was expecting was a well-researched book that would be insightful and interesting, and while the topic is still interesting, I felt that the writing style was appalling. It kind of read like a mediocre blog and incredibly informal, which is fine. That works for some people. It really didn't work for me. Like, she'd give random people nicknames or cutesy made up words for random stuff, and you'd just be like, why don't you just use the person's real name? They don't need a nickname. You don't need to do that. It's not endearing in any way, shape or form, and if anything, I found it really irritating. So out of the 50 stories, I read 15 before I finally gave up, and I've decided to use the sort of contents as a list of people to research and find out more about them using Wikipedia or other online tools than relying on this book, because it's just too annoying. I could be being a snob, totally accept that if you read it and loved it and love her writing style, which I found horribly painful, then grand. It's clearly not for me. But I think what upset me more was the lack of what I felt was proper research into the people. The stories read more like anecdotes than they do like well-researched, I know about this person and here are all the things we know about them and we really thought about it. I just don't feel like that's in there, and it kind of made me not want to continue reading the book, essentially. There are some other bits where I don't think they're entirely sensitive to the people that are being discussed. So I went on to Amazon this morning because I was like, do I do this review? Am I the only one who found this annoying? And I did see there was a couple of other reviewers who felt the same way that I do. So I think it's a very interesting topic. I wish the book had been better researched and better and, written to a quality I would expect from a published work. So yeah, trying not to be too scathing, but I'd kind of like buy at your own risk.